Hey guys, let's talk monthly favorites. All here. If you're wondering why my voice sounds like this, I just got over the flu. Okay? I feel so much better, but there's still some congestion happening, clearly. So, let's go ahead and get started. Should we start off with the palette I panned this month? Well, last month actually, because we're in September. So, here we have the Nars Lost in Luster palette. This was a palette I hauled during a Nordstrom sale like 3 years ago, or 4, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And it was this beautiful little cohesive palette. It had 4 neutral shades, a blush, and a highlight. I thoroughly enjoyed this palette. However, I did have to use like a ColourPop palette that I have floating around. I don't know if you guys do this, but sometimes when a palette it's lacking a deep brown shade to give it some depthness, I have certain palettes that I'll dig into, and I randomly use them like throughout the year in conjunction with other palettes. So that ColourPop palette, we'll be talking about that in another video. But here we are. The blush was super gorgeous. It was like this beautiful Barbie pink, very soft, very nice. And I actually used the blush in conjunction with the eyeshadows in here, and it looked really, really nice. Don't be afraid to use blush as eyeshadow. I do that often, and so this was definitely a winner. Nars has some really nice solid formulas. If you guys haven't tried the Nars shadows, I highly recommend. The next Empties is my Henry Rose Flora Carnivora. This fragrance smells so good. I got this a travel size spray. I love this. I can't wait to own this in a full size bottle. But FYI, side note, did you guys know that Henry Rose is coming out with a brand new fragrance October the 2nd? I'm ready. That's all I'm saying. I'm ready. But yes, this is gonna be one of those fragrances that I'm gonna own a full bottle of. But naturally, since I have a large perfume collection that I'm getting through, I shall wait. Speaking of fragrance, actually, another Empties is my Giorgio Armani My Way. This is a definite summer fragrance for me, and that is the reason why I chose to use it during the summer season. This is the smallest bottle, and it is refillable, so I won't be discarding the bottle because I can just refill it and obviously pay less. And the bottle is absolutely gorgeous. I feel that all perfume bottles should be refillable because we have some stunners out there. Do you guys agree? Next, I have a Jo Malone English Pear and Freesia body cream. This is their 0.5 fluid ounce, and I got this in a perfume set. You guys know this is my favorite Jo Malone fragrance, the English Pear and Freesia. I love this, and their body cream is so nice. Honestly, if you cannot afford the fragrance, I would try picking up the body cream because I think that is potent enough and it smells like strong enough, like just as good as their perfume. I'm just saying, I know some people who do that, and now that I've like used their body cream for like about, I would say like 3 years now, this stuff is potent. It's just as good as the fragrance, so I would give it a try. You can buy the little travel size. Honestly, I think they sell this, or you get it like free with purchase sometimes. Just try it. Let me know. If you do that, leave me a comment down below because I would love to know. Another Empties we have here is one of my favorite lip gloss formulas. It is the Buxom Lip Plumping polish. This one is in the color Autumn. This was a fall limited edition fall shade like 2 years ago, and I thought that they were gonna bring this particular shade back this year, but they did not. Look how gorgeous that shade is. Autumn should be a permanent shade in their lip gloss line. It is. Like, the name does it justice. I love this stuff. Their limited edition fall shades come with like a limited edition scent. This one smells like apple cider. Next, we have the YSL the Slim lipstick. This came in a set I hauled during a Nordstrom anniversary sale about 2 years ago. So I liked this lipstick formula, even though it was matte. It wasn't drying on the lips. I'll tell you what my problem was with it. It's that the way, since this is, so see how it's like a diamond shape? The way that they have the bullet set in the lipstick, it dances around too much when you're applying it, which caused this lipstick to break halfway. Now, I was kind of able to like shove it back in and kind of only bring it up very tiny, minuscule amounts and use it that way so that I didn't have to throw the entire thing away. But it was a pain. And so I think that I'm obviously not going to be repurchasing it for that reason, but I think that they need to work on that. They need to rethink that whole bullet situation, and I think if they can fix that, I think this is a good and solid formula. It's just not going to be a repurchase for me for that reason, because YSL, we know, is a luxury makeup brand, and so, you know, we're not here to throw away our money. Next, we have the Westman Atelier Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm in the shade Petal. This is actually a limited edition shade that came in the Petal edition set, which you can currently still buy at Nordstrom on the Westman Atelier site. This is a very pretty and lovely formula. There's just like nothing left in here. I do wish that these bottles came with more products, because I feel like I ran out of this fairly quickly, and I really do love the shade. It is a beautiful moisturizing formula. I have about 7 of these, not this particular shade, like different shades. I have the Squeaky Clean Vault that she took out last year for Christmas, still available on her website and on Bergdorf's website as well. I love this stuff. I think it's really nice. It does a really nice job at moisturizing my lips. It doesn't sink into fine lines, and it is a clean formula. So if you're looking for a clean lipstick or a lip balm, lip gloss thing, that I highly recommend that one. Next, we have the Chanel UV broad spectrum SPF 50 sunscreen. This is their original one. They recently reformulated this. I love this. This was my favorite sunscreen, and it is part of my empties for this month. But I just want you to know, I've heard that the new one is not the same, and the people who were a fan of this original formula do not like the new one. I don't understand why Chanel does this to us. Literally the only sunscreen I like and wear was this one. It did have a fragrance to it, but it smelled nice. At least it didn't have that nasty like fragrance smell that sunscreen tends to have. It was a super light formula, had this nice light natural matte like finish. This was my jam. So I'm gonna try the new one at some point, but I have to first get over the fact that I can't purchase this one anymore. Okay. If you have this, let's just say, if you have this, just hold on to it like gold. Ration it like if we were in the apocalypse. Next, I have a Bath & Body Works body splash in Poppy. This was a really nice summer splash. So the notes on this one was fresh morning dew, wild poppies, sugared rhubarb, and juicy pear. I have to say, to me, this smells like a fresh floral. I loved spraying this after the shower. A light little mist in my hair. It smells nice, I'm not gonna lie. So I highly recommend this fragrance for the summer. Definitely not a fall scent, I am gonna say. It's a very particular, like very strong summer scent, much like the Giorgio Armani. The Giorgio Armani fragrance smells like bubblegum. To me, like if you're from the 90s, okay, do you guys remember I think it was the Bubble Yum? I think it was Bubble Yum. That's what this smells like. Just so good. But yes, it is very particular to summer. And I just realized that I did not tell you guys the notes of this. This is considered a classic floral. And the notes we have here are orange blossom, tuberose, and vanilla. Like I'm saying, I'm gonna tell you right now, it smells so good. I think this is one of the best Giorgio Armani fragrances out right now. That's just my personal preference. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Okay, next up we have a Lip Smackers Lip Balm. This is in Holiday Cookie. I love this. I think this was the perfect little scent to transition from summer into fall. I love using these at night before bed. They're just so good. They do a really good job at keeping my lips moisturized and I don't wake up with like dry, crusty lips in the morning. I really do love it. Next we have a L'Occitane Ham Cream, and this is in the shade Rose. This is my friend Maria's favorite scent from them. You guys know I love their hand creams, and if you're looking for a little luxury throughout the day, their hand creams are solid. However, they are heavily fragranced, so if you're not into like heavy scents, oops, I would not go for this one. These hand creams leave your hands feeling moisturized for a really long time, so a little bit goes a long way. These are a bit pricey, but this is actually part of a holiday set that I hauled 2 years ago. I brought like, I think it was like 10 of these, and I got it during like the Sephora sale, so I got 20% off of the already discounted price. That's when I think these are worth buying. So I know that a Sephora sale is coming up in October, so I would check out what this brand has as far as holiday gifts are concerned and stack that 20% off if you're a Rouge member. The last and final product I have here is the Bite Beauty lipstick in Kava. I know that this no longer exists, but was I the only one that cried sad tears when Bite Beauty decided that they were no longer going to exist? Yes, their lipstick formula was so good. It was very moisturizing, and it had this beautiful, Kava was my favorite shade actually, in case you guys were wondering. Here it is. So the reason why I liked their lipsticks was because, as you can see, this is a creamy matte. I think it's a very unique formula. You don't get a lot of creamy mattes out there that are actually super hydrating, and the Bite lipstick was extremely hydrating. A little bit went a long way. As far as pigmentation is concerned, these were just as pigmented as my Pat McGrath lipsticks, and a little bit went a long way. They lasted a really long time, so it was a shame to see them go. But I did have to start using this one because Although I had been using it throughout the years, it was reaching that expiration date, so it was time. Also, I just realized I forgot to give you the notes of Flora Carnivora. I'm all over the place in this video. Forgive me. This is considered a fresh floral. Key notes are jasmine, tuberose, and orange blossom. This stuff, as like I said, it's amazing. If you haven't tried the Henry Rose fragrances, I need you to stop snoozing and get to it. This Sephora sale is going to be the best time to pick up their discovery set, and that way you can try all of the fragrances, and then you're going to come back to these comments and you're going to be like, oh, Isabel, you're right, the Henry Rose is a nice line. Highly recommend. Okay, you guys, that completes my monthly favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in my next one. Bye.